Yeah, Calico, crazy capital. Come on. Hold up, I'm in here. Push weight, but no gym near. Crazy balls, no drinks here. Shorty wet, no swimwear. I had to get, I had to hustle. Cook it up with the fiends near. Mel had the extended clip. You don't see curve with the beam there. Yeah. Michael Myers, me scream, yeah. My pen's my machete, killing whack rappers' dreams, yeah. Not just a scheme, yeah. I really lived that life, but I got bigger dreams, yeah. I just spent some cash on a pinky ring, some loose money on the iced out grill. I swear to God, I ain't touching.
What it is your boy Joe Calico. I am back with another one. I'm back with another episode of Calico's Cooling Conversations. And if you don't know, you rocking with Crazy Capital Media right now, man. As always, you know, I search the earth for the dopest guests so I could provide some good entertainment for y'all and some good conversations. And I never fail, man. So today I got the OG, man. I got LG, right? I got the OG LG up in the building. You know what I mean? Lerin Gaines, how you doing?
What's up? What's good? How you doing out there?
I'm good. Lerin Gaines from the 411 podcast, man. The 411 podcast. What's the 411? What's the 411 for today, man? What we doing? First of all, I want to sorry to cut you off. I just want to say thank you for pulling up on the show. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Thanks for having
pulling up on the show anytime. So let's just get into it about your podcast, because you know you are a fellow content creator like myself. You know, I know we go through the highs and the lows when it comes to creating some content. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah. So your podcast itself, like, what's your main focus on the podcast topic wise? The 411 podcast.
well, my main focus is to get people to just unplug from everyday situations and everyday life and come on into the 411 and just go somewhere different. And when you go somewhere different, you know, you open up and who knows where we're gonna go. Like my topics are crazy. We could be speaking about, you know, love 1 minute, then we speaking about careers the next minute, then we speaking about traveling the next minute, we speaking about food, we all over the place, and that's just the way it is. And then guests come on and add their little flavor to it. Who knows where we go? Every night, hell, half of the time I don't even know where we be going. I start with an agenda, and then at the end of the show I'll be like, damn, like it really went there, didn't it?
Okay, and
It's so dope.
that's super dope. How many times a week do you do the podcast? It seems like you do it like twice a week or once.
I go on every single night.
Or every night.
Every night. Every night
night.
at 10 p.m.
That's
Yep.
dedication.
Except
Man.
from except from Wednesdays. Wednesdays I go on at 8 p.m. I do a show called Reading Between the Wines. I go on at 8. But other than that, every other night it's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It goes down, and you know that's it.
Man, that's a lot of every night. See, I'm thinking you do like twice a week because, you know, this show I do once a week. I usually do every Sunday, but this is a special
Mhm.
show. It's a Saturday show for the viewers, you know, but I usually do once a week. Wow, every single night. That's a. So how many shows you got? How many episodes you got altogether?
Uh, we probably got like close to 400 something now at this point.
400. Damn. I'm
Yeah.
moving too slow, man. Nah,
It's
ain't no competition. I'm just saying, like, I be telling myself, like, yo, for me to get where I want to do, where I want in this content game, I definitely
Mhm.
gotta level up and do more content. So I was thinking about adding an extra day. Then I speak to you. It's like that's kind of more motivating in a way too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, why am I doing it as much as I can? Why?
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a journey. So when I say that we go on a journey, we really do, because like some nights I'll be like, are we gonna go live tonight or we not? What we doing tonight?
Yeah.
So sometimes I got to get with myself, you know, on a mental level to be like, all right, so you got this commitment, you got people waiting. So I'm not trying to say that I'm always like chipper and ready to go. I got to get myself worked up for it.
Yeah. And then you said the
Yeah.
Wednesday show, the reading with wines. Is that
Yeah.
like
Reading between the lines.
reading between the wine? Oh, that's a dope name. Reading. I
Mhm.
get it. I get the play. But but that is that like a book club? It's like, oh, are we reading a book together?
I have the authors come on. First, it started by me reading the books myself. I started to pick books up and I started to read. And by the time I'm reading and I'm drinking, I'm like, oh, I'm about to mess something up. Yeah, I can't do this. And then either I was drinking too much wine and not really reading too many books. By the time the show started, I'm all jacked up. So then I said, all right, I'm going to stick with the wine because I know how to, do that very well. I'll stick with the wine and start getting some authors to come on. So then I started to have authors come on and they start to read, and then I ask questions and we go back and forth. It's real interesting compared to the 411.
Oh yeah, that's a dope concept because you actually have the authors coming on themselves to, I guess, explain. So are we just straight
Mhm.
reading, or we like breaking down the book? Are we breaking down like?
They read, I ask questions and we break it down, and we get a lot of adult authors on that show. We get a lot of crazy talk on that show. We just had one this past week too, Tori Ross. So yeah, she was speaking some real adult stuff.
Okay, that's super dope. And then you author yourself, so
Yes,
you
trying
got
to
the
be.
nah. I mean, you got your book out, so we can't say trying to be. You are. Certain words I don't like. You know what I mean? You are.
Yeah,
You got the
yeah,
what's that? The My Inspirations 1.5,
yeah.
uh,
Volume 1.5.
volume
It's a
1.5.
journal.
So you had this is like you had a 1.0 before
I had the first
the
one,
first
and
one.
that's basically a book of quotes, scriptures, themes, just to get you motivated. I tapped into some of the people that inspired me. Of course, MJB. You got so many people in there. Dick Gregory, Oprah, Obama, even Michelle Obama. Just crazy, crazy names. I
Okay.
can't even some of the singers from Shaka, Stevie, all of them. So I wrapped that all up into a book, and it's like a musical journey, to get you through. So then this time around, I came back and I said, all right, so now that we got some inspiration, now that we got the 411 podcast, now that we got everything going and we on the right path, I'm going to give something back to people. So I created this journal now. So now it is volume 1.5 because it's not a full book, but it's a journal for you to go ahead and write things. You still get the scriptures, you still get me telling you a hell of a lot more than what I was telling you in the first one, and then I leave some lines for you to go ahead and write your own chapters.
That's dope. That's dope. And then you selling that on what platform right now? They just hit you up in Instagram or
All of my links above at Lerin Gaines. They can just click that link, go into my link tree, and the
okay.
link is all they need.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in the description of this video too. So if anybody watching, definitely want to check out LG Lerin Games. You know what I mean? Just definitely pull up.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do that. So what kind of music you listen to?
Well, I'm a R&B, hip hop, soul head, so I'm back,
You
from the '90s.
I was just
You
about to
know,
ask you that. You into that the old school '90s R&B? Because the R&B today
well,
is kind of different. They're a little tougher.
it's different. Yeah,
They're a
yeah.
little tougher. Yeah.
Well, I will. It took me a while to realize since I've been rocking with MJB since I was 11 years old, and I'm 41 years old right now. So I'm okay to have the title that I'm the number one Mary J. Blige fan. So
Yeah.
what I like about her is that all of the rappers that I got introduced to and all of the music that way. So, from Nas, X, Jay Z, the whole nine locks, list goes on and on and on. So it started with the R&B music, but because of the way hip hop soul was born, then I started to get into the rappers too.
Yeah.
So yeah, true hip hop soul fan.
That's dope. That's dope. So R&B. Like, I'm guessing Mary J. That's your favorite artist of all time.
All time. Like I said, number one Mary J. Blige fan here. So,
So
you know,
give me
straight
your
up.
next three favorite. Like, let's leave MJ out. And, um, let's
So
your next three favorite artists, R&B artists.
you talking about now you got to break it down. Are we talking about male or we talking about female?
I mean, just in general, like male,
Mm.
female that you'll put under MJ. Like, if you had to make a list, like if you had to put Mary J. Blige number one on the list, and then now I'm just asking you for two, three, four.
That's
You
so hard.
know what I
It's
mean?
so hard. It's
We could do
so many.
female. It's how I'm saying because
There's so
I don't
many.
want to give you a category like you know what I mean. I know it's a lot. It's a lot of
There's,
names. It's a lot of names.
yeah.
But
All right.
favorite, we're
So
not
when I
saying they're the best. Just the ones you want to listen to. Basically, we're not saying best. It's
all
just
right
okay.
when I when I when I think about music, think about people that I could relate to. If I was to actually get out there and sing myself, I do a little something, something. But I say people like Carl Thomas, definitely.
Paul Thomas. That's dope.
Um, yeah, definitely. Yep. Um, you know, Jill Scott is dope too.
Jill. Jill. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I gotta say, I saw some live performances of Fantasia. She's definitely puts on a live performance too.
Okay.
Anthony Hamilton definitely puts on a live performance too.
Yeah. See,
Crazy,
I just
crazy.
started really attending live shows. I wish I'd seen a lot of live shows back in the days, So, but I do want to. I'm gonna make a promise to myself to start going to see a lot more live shows because I know that experience is super dope. Especially when
You
you can feel the music. That
you get to
experience.
know if they were you get to know if they really, really, really a true artist at that point. It's
Yeah,
one thing to be in the studio and make music, but when you can get on the stage, and it's one thing to sound good because you can sound good and just
in
be
the
on
studio.
stage
Yeah,
and not rock the house, but to see somebody sound good, look good, and rock the house and keep everybody on point, that's that's it right there.
yeah, and to bring back the Mary J. Blige, to bring her back, I definitely went to the Nas and Mary J. Blige concert
Oh
it was like
yeah.
2 3 years ago in Barclays.
Did you?
That shit was dope.
I was there.
You was there?
Mhm.
You
I
said
was there. Not at that one. I went to the one in Newark, but I was just at the Barclays. What was it in November of last year? I went to see her at that pop up show that she did.
okay, okay. So
Yeah.
so you cause you would follow her, right? So I'm guessing she has something in the
Oh, I
garden.
have. Oh, I have. Like when I tell you, I'm number one. I'm not playing. I have never missed a Mary J. Blige concert. Let me knock on wood. To this day, I have never missed
I'm
a
asking
Mary
if
J.
it's coming
Blige
to the
concert.
garden, we could expect you to be there. If it's coming to the
Oh yeah,
garden,
that's
Newark, Barclays.
I've seen her at Barclays. I've seen her at Madison Square Garden several times. Um, I've seen her at the what is it, Prudential in Newark. I've seen her in Philly times. Crazy,
Yeah, that's super
all
dope.
of them.
That's super dope, man. And she is so. I'm gonna ask you this question: Can Mary J. Blige dance?
Yeah, the Mary Bob. People,
I
man,
like it, but I'm not.
I've been seeing it, man.
Like I see her, she do her thing. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, could she dance? I don't think she could dance,
They,
but
are
she
you
is
from?
like she's so
Are you
confident.
from Brooklyn? Are you
Brooklyn?
from Brooklyn now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So just Biggie and all of that. That's
Two
what they
step, we
did.
did. We do the two step. We
Yeah.
do the. No, I ain't dissing Mary. I love it. I love it. I just think she is I don't know if I should say this. I don't feel like she could dance, but I feel like she is very skillful at what she do. You know what I mean? Like she make that shit
Mm.
look so dope. You know what I mean? It's like
My thing
if
is,
I
is
feel like
that
if
if
I
people
do it,
think,
I'm gonna look like a clown. I feel
listen,
like
my thing is, if people think that Mary J. Blige can't dance, I want you to do it. But I want you to do it
no,
exactly like her. And if
no,
you could do it exactly like her, then you got
no. That's my whole point. That's why I said she's so skillful at it because I feel like she make it look so dope. But I feel like if I do the same thing that she's doing, I'm gonna look crazy. I'm gonna look like you know what I mean. I feel like everybody gonna look at me like, what Calico doing? You know what I mean? She make it look so dope, man. I see her on stage and I'm like, all right, it's confidence, you know.
It's the hip hop beats. That's
Hip
what it
hop,
is. That's what
yeah,
does it.
yeah. So back to this, the content creating, man. Like what's your ultimate goal with the content? I know you doing the podcast and also you working on you doing the book. You have the book
Yeah.
out, so I'm pretty sure there's more books to come. You know.
Yeah. I'm working on the next one concept now. Mentally, I ain't put it on any paper yet, but it's mentally circling. See,
So
that's the thing about the content creating for me. Like this brain always going. It's
yeah,
hard to shut it off.
yeah.
But I want to travel. I want to travel. I want to bring the podcast outside of, actually outside of the U.S. I'm planning on stepping outside of the U.S. in a couple months, but I'm not going to be working. It's relaxing, but checking out things. But
Okay.
yeah, I want to take it different places, maybe do some live shows, things like
Dope,
that.
dope.
Bring the
Interview
guests
some,
live.
yeah,
Hmm.
interviewing some different people. Yo, that would be
Yeah.
dope. That would be dope. So, you following pop culture, like this whole situation with Kanye and Kim? You seen what's going
Actually,
on
I,
with that?
actually, you will find this very interesting that I don't watch any TV. I don't watch any news.
Oh, okay.
None at all. I mean, I'll turn it on here or there, but I get so far removed. That's why when I do the podcast at night, I'll be like, all right, tell me this. What's going on in the world? What's happening here? What's happening there? I actually get it secondhand from other people. But if
Okay.
it's, something that's not gonna, be productive to my mental, I don't even bother with it.
Okay. Oh, that's dope. So so like you know,
You could tell me something right now about a TV show, a movie, something that's going on, and I probably wouldn't even know what you're
you
talking
wouldn't
about.
even know. So being
Wouldn't even
so
know.
for removed, I mean, it's like, what are your hobbies? What are you doing? Because that's what with Netflix, with all this content, I'm pretty sure most Americans right now they free time is being consumed by some form of content, right? Because you got
Mhm.
YouTube videos, we got Netflix, we got Hulu, we got Instagram. It's so much going on. So how could you like remove yourself from the pop culture? Like, what is it that you're doing in you know what I mean? In your free time, as far as hobbies, I'm guessing reading is a big.
Yeah, I got my pile of books that I read. Do some meditation. Get out in nature whenever I can, and honestly, just unplug. Besides working on my free time, doing that. I like to sleep and rest too when I can, but travel too when I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is super dope, man. That is super dope. So you just like
I'll do crazy stuff. I'll do crazy stuff like watch something from back in the day, some cartoons or some crazy stuff like that. Something that'll make me laugh and keep it moving.
So were you always like this? Like, was there a point where you like watched a lot of TV, or were you
Oh yeah. Watched a lot of TV. I had to watch all of the latest and greatest horror movies when they came
okay?
out. Um, Always glued to the news, getting myself crazy in my mind, worrying about what something else is happening and trying to predict my future and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I had to unplug when 2020 happened and all this stuff broke down. I made a decision. All right, so we gonna pull away from this. And then once I started the podcast, I started it and it was all right, it's going. But then it all took off in a certain direction. And I'm like, all right, so if you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it all the way. You can't half step with it. So, how much time you going to put into this? If you really want this, you got to go in and you got to go hard. So, I work a lot. I work a lot. And so, when it is downtime, it is time for me to just relax and do something out of the
Dope,
norm.
dope, dope. Cause I try to I work a lot too, but I try to I guess I do. I might be more productive if I do cut some of this crap out, right? But I do work a lot. I do work in a home office with the TV on,
Mhm.
you know, playing some show, but it's in the background. But it's still, you still look up and you still get distracted for 10 minutes before you get back
Yeah.
to work. So I'm guessing I would be more productive if I cut out the reality TV and the sports.
Because basically we're being programmed, so we all are being programmed in one way or shape or form. And today I choose to just be programmed by, things that are going to uplift me. I always got, like TD Jakes, I got, Joel Osteen, I got
Mm,
so many different positive people. David Goggins, one of my true inspirations. I think I move more towards hearing, inspirational things and motivational things in my ear rather than actually seeing stuff, because I'm writing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I have my head down in it, but I'm always listening to that good stuff in my ear.
oh, so like, so you'll play a podcast while you work. You'll play
Oh
another
yeah.
podcast.
Oh,
So
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do that too.
Yeah. I always have to hear something going on in the background while I'm working.
Okay, all right, that makes more sense. I'm sitting here like, dang, I know that. Yeah, all right,
I,
that makes more sense. I'm like,
I'll
you talk
say, I'll say if anything in my downtime or in just every day, I'm stuck to YouTube
YouTube.
because I always got something playing.
Yeah, yeah, YouTube. I mean, YouTube is all I need. I pay all these bills, and then when you look at the end of the month, you like, damn, I need to cut off this Netflix. You know Netflix $20 now.
That's crazy. I remember when it was $5,
Yeah,
and
they
then it
just
was 15, then it was 19.
my daughter called me
It was
literally yesterday. She called me to the TV. She's like, "Come, come, come!" They had the notification up. It says start in March. It's gonna be 19.99, and I'm like, "Yo, I started at $6, and they slowly." They said,
remember
but
back
we
in the day
dropping new
when,
content. We dropping new content. Yeah, Bobby, cable prices. you know,
listen, by the time you get Netflix, by the time you get HBO, by the time you get what they
Hulu,
got, the Disney now, by the time you get Hulu, by the time you do all of that,
Amazon
you have
Prime
the same price that you was gonna pay for
for
cable
cable.
anyway. So
Yeah, they get it. Yeah, and the kids, I got three daughters, so it's like one wants this, one wants Netflix, one got a favorite show on Hulu. Where I'm looking at this like this is cable prices. this is
yeah,
cable,
yeah.
and it's yeah.
Hmm.
So you were 90s R&B fan. I love hip hop from the 90s, early 2000s. We grew up in a
Hmm.
different era, right? Like where I remember people had like it was the thing to have a dope CD collection. You
Oh
come to
yeah.
somebody's house, it was like, "Ooh, you ill cuz oh, you got that Lauren Hill? Well, heard you got
Look,
this." So,
look, mine. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see it.
oh, you got it
Mine is
back there.
back.
Okay, okay.
I don't know if you can see it, but mine is back. All my
I see, I see.
collections.
So, so how you feel like right now with how everything's going towards tidal and towards digital? Like it's like you don't own the music, right? You will never get to own the
No,
music, but they charge you $10 a month in perpetuity. You'll never own it. The minute you stop paying that $10, your musical library is gone.
right. So I kind of like it because it's dope because I have it all at my fingertips,
Yeah,
like
you got
all
all.
of this stuff.
Yeah,
Now that part I like. The one part I don't like is that I like the booklets where you could open it up and read and see
yeah,
where it was recorded at, see who produced it, and all of that stuff. I learned a lot about the music industry
that way.
as a kid by looking at that stuff, finding out where the studios are and stuff like that.
I used to go to the
That part
buildings.
is cool.
I used to take the
You
train
used to
ride to the
find it and go
building.
to the building.
Yeah, we used to cut school and try to rap. We was like, we gonna find somebody to rap for. But we was young. We not
Hmm.
realizing this is not the label. This might be the distribution office, or this might be some different office. But we was just hungry. We used to cut school and
Yeah,
go out
that
there.
I'd say the CD covers and all of that and the production behind that is what inspired me to actually do what I'm doing today. Because I thought that I was going to be a singer back in the day. I never knew that it would manifest into something like this, but I missed that part, the nostalgia of the actual booklet and stuff. So certain artists, I will still collect their music and purchase the CD,
Yeah,
and I also have my digital too. But yeah.
yeah. Cause then some of them try to bring that feeling back. Like I remember when Drake dropped the double album, but then it's like it's
Hmm.
digital, so it's like it's not
You
a
don't
double
get the
album.
booklet.
it's just a longer
You
playlist.
want to know one of the dopest digital albums that I remember purchasing, getting on a bus, was so excited, couldn't wait to get there. I remember, and then they used to have the headphones in the store where you can listen to it
Yeah.
before you buy it. Life After Death. I remember that.
Oh, Life App, yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, you just took me back. That was a whole different feeling too when you used to go. I used to go to the store. You listen to like 5 albums because you only have enough money to buy one.
I didn't get one.
So you had to like you had to make a choice. You know what I mean? So like I'm gonna chill here 40 minutes. I'm gonna sample. I'm gonna sample this. All right, I'm gonna get this one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Nah.
I think Life After Death might have cost me damn near, I don't know, $25 back then. I thought that was a lot because then some of the CDs were like 9.99.
99, yeah.
That one was like 25.99. I was like, damn.
Nah, the
Like,
superstores was like definitely like 17 and up, right? 16. And you used to get
mm,
some like you said, some joints for 9.99. You know what I mean? There wasn't it though, but I remember like the Jay Z's, certain people. I was like called for $18 for that for the tape.
mhm.
First the tape, man. You taking me back? We
Remember cassette tapes?
cassette tape.
I was just talking like I was talking last night. Like, remember when you first heard a song, right? And they'd be like, "Yo, you hear that new Lauryn Hill joint?" And you'd be like, "No, I didn't hear it yet." So then you would sit by the radio and you would wait until it come on, and then all of a sudden it come on, and you would hit that record button, and you'd be rocking with it, and then all of a sudden the DJ coming, and you'd be like, "Damn, mess it up." So you stop, and then you'd be in the car bumping windows down and everything, and you know exactly what part to turn that shit down because you know that DJ about to come on. You had to do that before the CD came out or the tape came out and all of that.
Yeah,
But then,
man.
of course, the DJs mixed it up and all that stuff. I remember all of those mixtapes and stuff like that back in the day. The actual mixtape when it was a tape that you
Yeah.
bought.
Mixtapes. Yep. Yep. Shit, man. They took away the mixtape hustle too, man. I mean, yo, that's the record label, man. With all this title and Spotify, that's the record label just figuring figuring it out, man. They're figuring out how to keep the money in their pockets. You know what I mean?
I heard something and I did see something that which I thought was so crazy that these artists have to actually have like thousands of plays before they can make a dollar.
Yeah,
Thousands of plays before they can even make a dollar. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely, definitely. I think thousands, hundreds of thousands of plays. I mean, on the list, YouTube pays the best, but everything else, and I think Tidal pays the best, but everything else, you talk about. I forgot the math, but I think a million streams is probably like $2,000 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's like, damn,
That's still not a lot of money,
it's not,
honestly,
it's
for the
not, it's not.
average artist that's just like an average artist and not really a true superstar.
Yeah,
They're never gonna see that.
yeah,
So
exactly.
unless you like the top, which I'm not gonna name the people because we already know who they are, but
Yeah,
unless you are those people, you ain't making.
you're not doing a million streams. Not multi millions. So you'll be lucky if you get 1 million, and then you get that little $2,000 check, but then it stops. You know?
But then it's $2,000 for that. But then what did you put into become who you are?
Yeah,
Because see, people don't understand it takes money to make money.
that's a
So you
fact.
gotta uh, photo
Especially,
shoots, the videos,
yeah,
all this stuff that goes into it.
yeah, and then especially if you sign a bad deal, you didn't even put that money in. The label put that money in, and they try and recoup at such a high level. Like you know what I mean? Like if it's like this, if I'm gonna invest my money for 30 grand, if I'm gonna put 30 grand in anything, right? And there's a possible chance I might lose this money, right? So I put 30,000 in this, and there's a
Mhm.
chance this money could go to zero. I could lose this money. If I make 40,000, I'm not happy. You know what I mean? Because I could have lost my whole 30 to make 10,000.
Yeah.
That don't make sense. If I
Mm-hmm.
put this 30, I,
Mm-hmm.
there's a chance I could lose it. So I'm gambling now, but I'm not gambling for, you know what I mean? For extra 10,000, I gotta make like 150 of this. You know what I mean? Of this 30, the gamble gotta be so good that there's a chance I could have lost it. But so that's how people's getting raped right now. You know?
But they say that is with anything. Like when you are starting something, you got to be prepared to lose something. So
Yeah.
you know,
No, that's a fact.
I don't know. I still be like, yeah, I don't know about it. I'm like,
Cause it's just
I know
other
I'm put.
ways. Like let's say you had 30,000, right, and you was only gonna make $5,000 profit. It's just like it's so much, it's so many other ways you could have invested that money. You know what I mean? You could say, you know, I'm gonna get a crib and get some slow, you know what I mean, slow rent, and I make the, you know what I mean. So it's like it's more like a gamble. You know, them other
Yeah.
ways, your money's safe. You gonna make the, you know what I mean. But it's like it's a gamble.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people don't talk about the labels. The labels get a lot of flack. You know what I mean? Because the
They
label,
do.
those nobody ever talked about. You never hear somebody say, "Yo, the label gave me $3,000 and I flopped and I ran off with the money." I mean, 3 million. The label gave me 3 million. I flopped and I ran off. I'm good, but I made 3 million, but I ain't make them nothing. Nobody ever say that. You only hear the
You want
complaints
to know
on the
why?
other
If they do that, they'll never record again.
end.
They all connected. I actually spoke to somebody and he says that they are all connected. One thing that you
They're all
don't want to do is
connected.
piss off the label because they will find a way to make sure that you never work
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, you gotta think the top owners of the labels probably all play golf. They all hang out. You know what I mean? They competition, but you know
Right.
it ain't like no street competition. They about to kill each other over this. They chilling. They chilling. Like, come on. I see you at the golf course tomorrow. I just signed this guy for 5. You know, I could imagine the conversations. You know what I mean?
I had a conversation with an engineer who worked in the I'm not going to name it, but a top one that start with an S, and he said that yeah, they own you, and you are done when they tell you you're done. And if you try to break that contract or do anything, you'll never work again.
Mm-mm. That's
Never
why,
work again because they all connected.
yeah, man. That's why I got a lot of young content creators that watch the show. I got a lot of young people, musicians, podcasters, everything. Before y'all sign that deal, before y'all take that money, please have y'all lawyers involved, man, because they will own you. You know, and you know I'm in Brooklyn right now, right? And
Hmm.
you know the drill sound is like this rap is very popular right now, and a lot of the young boys in my neighborhood is getting deals.
Hmm.
They're all getting
Uh,
deals right now. You know, Pop Smoke is from my neighborhood. You know,
uh-huh,
Pop
uh-huh.
Smoke, R.I.P. You know, 5 year foreign. So they they
Oh
they
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're
Hmm.
all from here. So T. Dot Wu, he just got killed about like 3 weeks ago, right on my block basically, and he just signed a deal for $1 million. So a lot of these kids is getting these deals, but they don't know
Hmm.
what's coming behind it. Like, yeah, these labels gonna give you the $1 million up front,
Hmm.
but what are you signing away for that $1 million? You
That
know?
$1 million probably is the recording studio time. All of that stuff is all wrapped in there. They give you a
Yeah,
little bit at the beginning, but you gotta use some of that money to get that project going. And you got a deadline because they want to buy that time frame. And
yep,
even if you create whatever you create, there is no saying that number one, your record is going to be put out when they told you it's going to be put out.
yep,
You could be shelved. And then also, how you know the streets gonna love it, how you know you're gonna be able to
yep,
return that money the way they want it.
yep,
And if you don't return the money the way they projected it, then you just got cut from your record label.
yep. Or you got show, and then a lot of these kids don't realize that everything that they're giving you after you get signed, they are invoicing you. That shit is not free. You know what I mean? So the private jet that's on the invoice. You gotta pay that back. That's on the, you know what I mean? The clothing, the private jets, the Airbnbs, the mansions, the music, all of that's you being invoiced for it, right? So that's the situation where you see these rappers talk about they sold a ton of records and the record label still saying, but we haven't recouped. Cause
Didn't we learn?
we
Like,
haven't
didn't we learn back
recouped.
in the day?
They gonna give you the big chain
Everybody
and
should.
everything. Here, take this big chain. They gonna pay for everything.
Everybody should have learned back in the day from TLC when they told their truth and they told their story. I think they were probably one of the first ones to actually come out and tell the truth behind it.
Yeah, yeah. TLC. Yeah, that's a powerful
They
story.
said they were broke. They said they were people who made $30,000 a year or
Yeah,
more,
man.
or made more than they did.
You got big artists like even Meek Mill. Even you seen the situation where I'm not sure if you heard, but the Wayne and Baby that was going on for years, where Wayne was like he never made no money off his music itself. He made money of being Little Wayne, but he never made no money off the music as far as getting royalties or nothing. That's going straight to cash money. Now you got Meek Mill coming out and he's beefing with Rick Ross. You know what I mean? And he's saying he never seen a royalty of from the music, but they don't understand. you took that advance and you gave the masters up. And on the other hand, the Rick Ross type of guy is looking at it like man, I put you in a situation to make all these millions anyway. You know what I mean? Without me, you would have never been there. So so that's where it gets tricky. It's like, cause
Yeah.
Meek Mill is not hurting. He got money. He's not hurting. But when he sit back and look and he realize ain't no royalty checks coming, like his money's from his shows. It's from his other shit. Ain't nothing. You ain't getting no royalty because you get the masters up when you sign that deal.
I think this is a lesson to be learned too for anybody out there. We need to start talking about owning stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you look at some of the greats, you look at Jay-Z, you can even talk about Rick Ross. All of these people that you don't understand the stuff that they own businesses, like food spots, things like that,
Ownership.
gyms and all that stuff.
Businesses.
Venues. You gotta take your money and invest it and do the right thing.
No, that's a super fact. That's a super fact. I mean, yo, we've been rocking 36 minutes. I know I've tried to chop. We try to chop it up, man, LG. I definitely love rocking with you. Man. Definitely, you welcome back anytime. You heard? Anytime. And you definitely gotta get me back on your show, man. We gotta get.
Oh yeah,
you definitely gotta get me back on your show. But you definitely welcome. But I know before I'm gonna ask you a couple questions before we get up out of here. I'm gonna do my quick commercial real quick. You guys, everybody that's tuning in right now, please like, subscribe, comment, man. Follow me on everything at Crazy Capital Media. We on Facebook, we on Twitter, we on Instagram. I just created a TikTok, man. My kids finally made me do it, man. So we on TikTok. We chopping interviews up. We having fun on TikTok with these interviews. Definitely follow me on TikTok. You know what I mean? The website is definitely coming out real soon. And getfrsnow.com for your 420 goods. You know what I mean? LG, your socials, I know is
Everything is at Lerin Gaines.
Lerin Gaines.
LERINGAINES. I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, D Live, and Twitch.
Okay. D Live. I need to get on D Live. I heard about what is D Live?
D Live is, a lot of these things like Twitch and D Live are for more of the gamers and stuff.
Okay.
But there is a small spot for podcasters and talk shows and stuff like that. But I will tell you that between the love from some of these other places, I'm happy with the response. So it's good.
You heard of Caffeine?
No, I haven't. But I heard of Bigo though.
Okay, Bigo. I haven't heard of that one, but I just started streaming on Caffeine because I watch battle rap, and battle rap, that's where they do the live shows, and I got a nice response on Caffeine, man. I actually got my numbers up very high on Caffeine. That's weird. It's one thing about getting on these small platforms that nobody knows. It's kind of easier to create an audience, curate an audience. So if you could hire anybody in the world to do any job right now, who would that be and what would that job be?
Oh, that's a hard one. You got me stumped on that part. I'm thinking,
man, that's what the last three questions about to be. We about to stump you before we get out of here.
Meaning that I got all the money in the world and I can hire anybody?
Yeah, the budget is clear. You can hire anybody, business, personal. It's just anybody.
Well, I think I'm going to go to holla at Jay, be like, how'd you do it? What's good?
Well, we need some marketing. I need some marketing.
To teach me how to do all of this stuff, yeah.
Great answer, because he is definitely a mogul. He's definitely a mogul. And for the last question, man, I just need you to describe your brand in one word for my audience. You know what I mean? One word. The 401 podcast. We got the Inspirations 1.5, Volume 1.5, the remixes. I even get to your merch is Black Diamond, right? We even touched your
Black
merch. You got Black Diamond. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But just everything, one word to describe LG. You know what I mean? In this content.
I would say right there, you said it, inspirational. You're gonna get something, whether you're wearing a T-shirt, whether you're reading a book, whether you're listening to the podcast, whether you're actually watching the podcast, you're gonna get some inspiration behind it.
Yes.
That's what I would say.
Super dope. And I think I was tuning in on one podcast, like on one of your episodes, and you said something. You was working on some candles, right?
Oh yeah, that's coming soon.
I be lurking. I be in there. I be in there. I be lurking. Super dope.
Black Diamond candles are coming real soon. They're already done. So I have 2 candles that are coming out. One is called Deliberation and one is called Remix. So the Deliberation is the first book, and then the Remix is the second one that's out right now. But you got a room spray, which you spray in your room. You could actually spray it on yourself too, because everything's been tested and it's vegan friendly and all that stuff.
Ooh, all right.
So you want to use it as a cologne, go right ahead. You want to spray your room. It's real potent. You don't need that much. One bottle will last you 30 to 60 days. And then we got the candles too.
Dope.
So if you want to leave your house still smelling a certain way, you spray your clothes because it's a room linen spray. All in one.
All in one. Super dope. And like I said, audience, or like I said, everybody, the links to LG's social media, basically your link tree. I'm gonna put the link to the link tree in the bio.
Yeah, it's just Linktree/Lerin Games.
All right, so that's gonna be in the bio. Go follow the homie, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean? So this was a super special episode. Like, we don't usually rock on a Saturday, but we just wanted to do something special for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation we had. I hope you guys rock with the guest, because he the homie. I will get back on his podcast, and I'm working on a couple I want to put these conversations together where I might do something where I bring in 4 or 5 people at the same time, and we really we really get into some stuff. You know what I mean? So that's definitely in the works. So I would definitely love to have you on that too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
definitely. So like I said, guys, like, subscribe, comment, man. I'm out of here. I am out of here. It's your boy Joe Calico, Crazy Capital Media. Calico's Cooling Conversations. LG in the building, and we out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Calico. Crazy Capital. Come on. Hold up, I'm in here. Push weight, but no gym near. Crazy bars, no drinks here. Shorty wet, no swimwear. I had to hustle. Cook it up with the fiends near. Mel had the extended clip. You don't see curve with the beam there. Yeah. Michael buys me scream, yeah. My pen's my machete. Killing whack rappers' dreams, yeah. Not just a scheme, yeah. I really lived that life, but I got bigger dreams, yeah. I just spent some cash on a pinky ring. Some loose money on the iced out grill. I swear to God, I ain't touch a deal, but upgraded my lifestyle still. I see the finish line, I'm just a block away. Till then I'm a rock away. Posted with a block away.